Now this is what's happening to us? Walk out the door. You have 7 days till the end of the month. I don't care what the hell you have to do, get it done.
Les is one of the most ruthless people to ever work in the pawn shop. The man just doesn't have the time for nonsense. But what happens when she is faced with a violent customer? Is he going to be able to defend himself? I guess we are about to find out. Starting this episode with a customer who walks into the pawn shop claiming to have Tiger tickets for sale. Here's the thing, there's a game the evening of that day and the Tigers are supposed to play. The customer meets Seth and tells him that he wants to sell the tickets to make some quick cash. Seth tells the customer that the pawn shop does not sell tickets, and something out of the ordinary happens.
I got some Tigers tickets for tonight. I'd like to sell them.
It's actually insane that this customer is upset that Seth does not want to buy his game tickets. He tries to convince Seth that the tickets are worth buying, and Seth always makes him understand that the pawn shop does not sell tickets. It's already in their rules and it would be illegal for him to sell tickets in the pawn shop. The customer hears this and he just gets very upset. Now it's starting to look like he just wants to fight with Seth.
What did you just say?
These tickets.
Take your tickets, put them in the trash, set them on fire. I don't give a
I couldn't be happier that this customer tripped and fell as he was being escorted out of the pawn shop. Everyone in the pawn shop could not help but laugh at the dude. Seth refused to buy the tickets and he called Seth a boyfriend. As you would expect, Seth got offended and he asked the guy to throw the tickets in the bin and put them on fire. It was about to get escalated when Seth had his security guard escort the man out of the pawn shop.
Hey!
Can't sell them here.
Why?
I said so.
That's why you should buy them.
Man, that customer was just all shades of crazy for real. The security guard got him to leave the building. He stepped out and instead of leaving the premises, he did something even worse. He started trying to sell the game tickets to other customers in the parking lot. The security guard saw him and of course told him to leave the premises if he was not going to like how things ended. After so much yelling and cursing, he finally left the premises of the pawn shop.
So I just ran number months. Loans are down.
Why?
I don't know. That's Ashley's department.
I'm looking into it.
Looks like there might be a serious problem with the loans, and Seth is not happy about the situation. He goes through the books of the pawn shop for the past 2 months and he realizes that the loans were down. The loans of the pawn shop is Ashley's department, and he comes to talk to her about it. Things get pretty heated up and they begin to argue. Ashley tells Seth that she's looking into the problem and will have it sorted, but Seth just doesn't want to back off from the topic.
Good. I know why we are.
One loan short from last year, that's a problem. The loan department is the most important thing. You run a pawn shop.
I guess that's why he is their dad. Les just knows how to handle situations when they come up, but Ashley is definitely pissed about the way Seth spoke to her. The loan department is the most important department in the pawn shop, and if that department starts to have issues, it could cripple the entire pawn shop. Les tells Ashley that he doesn't care what she has to do. He just wants her to fix the problem and have it sorted out as soon as possible. Let's hope Seth doesn't get in the way of things.
All right, girls, we are not having a customer walk away price.
Is it just me, or does it look like Ashley's girls are exhausted at this point? After the argument with Les and her dad, Ashley decides to speak to her girls who help her out in the loan department. She tells them that she needs them to be on their A game, and she doesn't want them to allow any customer to walk out of the pawn shop without getting the exact amount or close to the amount they want as loans. Hopefully the ladies hear what she is saying and they take corrections before it becomes a very serious situation with Les.
Trying to get about 500.
You said 500?
500. That's a $7,000 ring. No, I haven't.
Give me 1 second. What about 180? That's the most.
Well, he is clearly pissed. He walks into the pawn shop and goes straight to the counter. He tells the attendant there that he wants to pawn a ring, and he wants at least $500 for it. The attendant tells him that the best she can do is $180. He goes on to say that the ring is a $7,000 ring, and he should get at least 500 pounds for the ring, and once again the attendant tells him no. He takes back his ring and storms off in anger.
All I'm trying to do is get a little tuition money for my daughter, trying to get her back in school.
So what's the problem?
I'm asking $500. That's $7,000. That's a bunch of crap. That's it.
He is furious as hell, and that just makes Seth even more upset. After leaving the attendant in an angry manner, the man walks up to Seth and tells him that the attendant wouldn't give him at least $500 for the ring. Seth looks at the ring, and it's actually worth $7,000. What's crazy is that the man needs the money for his daughter's tuition. Seth tells him that he can give him a better offer, but the man is already too angry to listen to what Seth has to say.
You gonna let Ashley drop the ball like this?
What do you mean?
She just let a $500 loan walk. $500.
Did what? Her job.
Ashley Ashley is in some serious trouble. Seth and Les are very upset about the loan situation. Ashley's girls failed to secure a $500 loan, and Seth is very upset that it happened. He brings the issue to Les, and even Les can't believe that one of Ashley's girls let a $500 loan walk out of the pawn shop. Seth tells Les to be on his A game and address the issue with Ashley before she runs the business down. That one conversation that Ashley won't see coming or is even prepared to have.
Ashley, come in here.
Okay.
You know, it's Ashley's department. Ashley dropped the ball. Or have we gone down in loan?
Aha! Looks like I was right after all. Ashley was so not prepared for this conversation. Les calls her into the office, and believe me when I tell you it's a full-on rant. He tells Ashley that since he put her in charge of the loan department, the pawn shop has had losses for 2 months straight. They have just 7 days till the end of the month, and Les wants her to fix the situation before the month ends.
I said him, leave me alone and let me. I'm very capable of our department.
Seth!
I guess that's the end of that conversation, and it did not end in a nice way. After Les is done yelling at Ashley, she fires back and tells him that she is very capable of handling the loan department, and she does not need anyone breathing down her neck. Les then goes on to tell her that Seth is going to be helping her, and that just gets her very, very upset. All Les wants is what's best for the pawn shop, and if Seth has to help her, I guess that's what's going to happen.
I'm Les. How are you? Oh.
Well, that sign is actually very old. This sweet lady is in the parking lot trying to sell an antique sign. She says that she found the sign in the basement of a building she purchased in the 1950s. Les sees the antique sign and is immediately fascinated by the item. Looks to me like he is going to purchase it. But first, let's see if the lady is going to name a price that's going to be worth the item. I mean, it's a very cool antique sign.
Does it light up? Is there
I have
electronics?
not plugged it.
Have you had somebody take it apart? Oh, unit.
Ha ha! She can't be serious if she thinks that Les would actually give her $4,000 for the item. The lady has never had the item fixed or worked on and has no idea if the sign even works. Les explains to her that he would have to spend at least $1,500 to bring the item back to life, and in its current state, nobody would even want to buy it. Paying $4,000 is just out of the question.
You want to make an offer?
500.
No.
600? Thank you.
This would be the first customer to put Les on his toes. Now, after telling the lady that $4,000 was not going to happen, he offers her $500 and she declines. He goes up to $600 and the lady still doesn't accept the offer. He then tells her that he can't go any higher and walks away with one of his eyes looking back to see if the lady is going to call him back to take the deal. Well, let's see if that strategy works.
750? Oh, and it's over. 750 right now. Cash.
This woman is one tough nut to crack. I would have bought the item the moment Les said $800 was his last offer. Now they get into another bargaining war, and this time around, Les decides to take the price to as high as $800. He also tells the lady that if he walks inside, that's the end of the deal, and there would be no more offers. From the looks of it, this lady could actually decline the $800 Les is offering.
This time I promise if I go in, deal.
No. It was his loss. I mean, he knows it's vintage. People collect this stuff, so much more than $800.
Seems like Les is also sad that he was not able to get the antique sign. After the bargaining war and Les telling her that his last price was $800, she last declined and that was the end of the deal. She says that the antique sign is way more expensive than what Les is offering, and so she's not going to settle for such a price. Was it really Les's loss? Who knows? I guess we'd never know. Oh well, let's see what happens next in the pawn shop.
My man locked up and I'm trying to get him out, so I'm looking to pawn my jewelry.
Let's see what you got.
All the that he bought, it's $1,000.
Someone needs to take this lady to school and educate her on what jewelry actually is. Now she walks in and the first person she sees is Seth. She tells him that her man is locked behind bars and she's trying to pawn some of the jewelry he bought for her so she can get him out of jail. Seth examines the piece of jewelry she wants to pawn and he finds out that they are silver. The lady tells him that it doesn't matter what they are made of and she wants $1,000 for them. In her wildest dreams, I guess.
So you're a dancer?
An exotic dancer.
When she said stripper, Bobby J immediately walked up.
Okay, that was totally out of context. While Seth talks to the lady about the piece of jewelry she brought not being worth anything, the lady says that she is a dancer, and one of the employees hears that and just can't keep himself in check. Apparently he likes dancers, and the moment the lady says she is an exotic dancer, you can see how interested he was in the lady. Oh well, off topic. Let's get back to the item she brought into the pawn shop.
Point is, not interested in it.
Let's try this the nice way. I have some pawn.
No.
Did she really think flirting was going to work on Seth? Yeah, right. She must have had another thing coming. She tells Seth that she still wants him to pawn the fake jewelry she has, and Seth tells her that he can't do that because they are not worth any money. Seeing that their approach didn't work, she decided to flirt with Seth, and once again, he still told her that he was not interested in pawning her jewelry. Now she says she wants to speak to the manager.
Damn, did I see you at the club one night? Damn, did I just, dish you or something?
No.
I need some money for...
Have a nice day. Wonderful.
Haha, that lady was just not ready to take no for an answer. She says she is the chosen. Clearly, Seth did not want to choose her. She tried flirting with him, and sadly, it didn't turn out the way she thought it would. She got very angry and decided to leave the pawn shop. As she left, she decided to show everyone in the pawn shop why they call her the chosen. Hopefully that helps her get her man out of jail.
Hi.
Hello there. Pawn this. I don't want to sell it. 150.
Why do I get the feeling that this guy does not want to let go of the item he just brought into the pawn shop? Now this dude walks into the pawn shop with a speaker. He tells Ashley that he wants to pawn the speaker. Believe me when I tell you that the speaker was very old. He tells Ashley that he wants at least $150 for the speakers. Ashley asks him why he wants that amount, and he tells her that the speakers have been with him through thick and thin.
It's a big part of my life story. I lost my virginity in the back of my car. With this.
Gross.
Ew! I can't believe he just said that. I am as disgusted as Ashley is right now. The customer goes on to explain to Ashley what he meant by the speakers have been with him through thick and thin. He says that he lost his virginity with the speakers on the trunk of the car. You should have seen Ashley's face when he told her that story. Ashley has some other employees come to check out the speaker and see if it works.
You like $30 on it.
That's it?
Yes.
You can buy condoms.
Is there any way I can get 50?
50.
Okay.
I was surprised they still wanted to get the speakers after the story he told them. I guess business is business. The other employees come to check out the speakers, and they offer the customer $30 for it. He said that the price is too low. Ashley then makes a joke that they should give him something higher since he made good memories with the speaker. They take it to $40 and he goes with the price. At least pockets were not empty when he left the pawn shop.
I'm Seth.
Evan, nice to meet you.
How can I help you?
I got a watch here that I need to get some money for.
Okay.
Ha ha ha! Seth is on his A game, and he is not about to let some customer scam him. This guy walks into the pawn shop, and he tells Seth that he wants to sell a watch that he bought. He claims that he bought the watch for $1,500, and he hopes to get at least $600 for it. Seth takes one glance at the watch, and he already knows that the watch is not worth a single penny. Let's see what other stories this customer is going to tell Seth to convince him that the watch is legit.
Where'd you spend $1,500 on this watch?
Chicago.
Chicago. Why?
Why not? Look at the watch.
Here's another customer who just won't take no for an answer. Seth asked the customer for a receipt that showed where he bought the watch for $1,500, and he told Seth that he didn't buy it from around there, and he doesn't have the receipt. Seth tells him that he has the exact same watch in his collection, and it's not worth more than $100. The customer hears, and he just gets very upset.
I can't give you any more than that.
I'm not taking 100.
I guess you're taking the watch out of here.
I'm not out of here, man.
You just know a troublemaker when you see one, and this guy right here is a perfect example. He gets very upset that Seth does not want to give him $600 for the fake watch and immediately starts to yell and curse at Seth. As you would expect, Seth was pissed to his bone. He tells his security guard to immediately have the guy escorted from the building. As that happens, the dude starts to play around with the bodyguard.
Damn mind, give me $100 damn for my watch.
This guy's starts doing his little dance moves again.
Whew, I'm just glad this guy's out of the pawn shop. He acted like a complete child. Even after the security guard got him to leave the pawn shop, he went outside to continue acting like a child and moving as if he could beat up the security guard. At some point, the security guard did not know if he should beat up the guy or just walk back into the pawn shop. Next time, he is not going to bring a fake item into the pawn shop.
What the Yo, what the My
Lady was getting her laptop out of the pond.
Okay, lady, take it easy. Someone might have to give this lady a chill pill. She comes into the pawn shop to pick up the laptop she pawned. An employee of the pawn shop brings out the laptop and gives it to her. Here's the thing though, the laptop is in pretty good shape, but there's dust all over the body. She sees that and immediately starts to curse at the employee by saying that was not how she dropped the laptop, and they need to clean it up before giving it back to her.
Hey, you gonna do it, dog? You work here, you hand me my
You do have a nice day because her laptop has a couple of spots on.
That That took a different turn really quickly. Phew, this lady sure knows how to curse and look for some trouble. Apparently the lady brought in the laptop looking very dirty, and it's nobody's job in the pawn shop to clean up any property that's dropped off. The employee hands off something for her to clean, and she refuses to do so, saying that he has to clean it up for her. Things get heated and they almost start to throw hands at each other.
You! I better not see you again. And if I do, I will hit you with my truck. Next time I ask you to do something, bitch, you better do it.
Here you
You
go.
don't know you
Here you go. Here's your computer.
Man, I'm just glad the lady is finally out of the shop. She kept yelling and trying to fight with the employee that gave her the laptop. Les got involved and told his security team to escort the woman out of the building. The moment she was out of the building, Les faced the employee and told him that the moment he saw she started talking, he should have walked away and not talked back at her. Well, let's hope he doesn't find himself in such a situation again.
I'm Michelle. This is my husband, AJ. We're here to sell a lot of stuff that he's been accumulating over the years. What is this?
Isn't that just adorable?
Hideous. I can't.
Find it online anywhere.
Ha ha ha, that actually made me laugh so hard. It's not surprising that Seth made that joke. This couple brings a bunch of items that they are looking to get rid of. The man's wife is tired of the fact that he has been accumulating a lot of stuff he doesn't use, and now she wants him to get rid of every single one of them. They are in the pawn shop, and it's time to see if the items are even worth buying at all.
Doesn't look like it takes up too much space.
That's what I said.
Let's see what we got. Bring some stuff over here.
This is Richard Nixon faceplate. I can't even find it online.
That's how much nobody
Wow,
wants
it must
it.
be really valuable.
The frying pan must be worth something.
This is my hockey cards. Sheet music.
Pins.
You can honestly see it all over his wife. He doesn't want to get rid of any of the items, but he wants to make his wife happy. Les asks them how much they want for all the items, and before the man can give a figure, his wife says that she is willing to give them out for free. The man's face already looks like he is about to throw up.
I would be happy to give it to you.
He's struggling.
I mean, you look like you're gonna throw up right now. You got a bucket? I thought for sure he was gonna puke. If you want 100, we'll take care of you right now.
For everything?
Everything.
We're not gonna sell this for that low money. I really want to keep all of it.
Oh, come on.
This man is definitely not going to hear the last of this at home. Les offers them $100 for all the items they brought in. The man felt like it was too low because he had so much sentimental value for the items. Les takes the money, up to $150, and he still feels that the price is too low for the items. In the end, they have no choice but to go back home with the items, and his wife doesn't seem to like that.
I feel very irritated.
I know, I can tell.
Why won't you just sell it for $150?
I mean, I know I could open up one box and get $150 like that.